Squad, this is Monica, and today I'm participating in a collab with Creating with Jovi, and this is going to be a Tassel A Day collab. We're doing a tassel every day from a different YouTuber. Creating with Jovi is actually trying to corral us all together for the month of April. 28th is my day. Here I am. And there are all sorts of different types of tassels too. I don't make tassels regularly. I don't do junk journals or any of that kind of stuff. I am a jewelry maker. I do paper crafting, but usually just card making. So this is just something, you know, I thought would be kind of fun to participate in because I do have a lot of ribbon and I have some fabric. If you are interested in checking out the others that are participating in this collab, make sure that you go to the hashtag A Tassel A Day, or you can also do the A Tassel A Day Collab because I think she's used both of those hashtags. And I will also have each of the participants linked in my video so that you can go and check those out because I've learned a lot, and if you're interested in these, you'll learn a lot too. It's just a lot of fun, I think, to see various ways that crafters do things. The day before me is going to be, I think, Decorate Your Life and maybe Christy's Crazy Crafty Life or something like that. And then the day after me is going to be Creative Chica Hauls. Then the final day of the month will be Jovi rounding us back out. She kicked the month off, and then she's going to be finishing the month. I have got some materials laid out here. You can see I've got plenty of beads. Some of this fabric right here that you see came from a jelly roll that I actually just purchased off of Amazon. So that is a new experience for me. I didn't even know what a jelly roll was, other than something delicious that I could eat, maybe a musical artist, but I haven't actually listened to any of his songs. I just keep seeing him on the TikTok every time I turn it on. But I have some fabric from my stash, and then like lace and stuff like that. I've got all kinds of ribbon. I have some sparkly tulle here with some stars on it, bunch of beads. These are cute little rose beads here that I am probably going to incorporate. Some yarn and some jute. I have taken the long strips, they're like 21.5-inch long, off of that jelly roll, and I have then cut them in half. And then I used my little craft scissors. I need to get a pair that's made for fabric though, with these little teeth in that pattern. I've just got a ton of these craft scissors here. So what I've done is I've just made on the edge, when I cut the longer strip in half, it's a flat edge because of my scissor cut. So I'm just taking this scissor and then making an impression. And then I'm taking my other craft scissors and slowly doing like individual cuts along that pattern. So it's not perfectly gonna match, but I mean, it's good enough. You can see here that it's not too horribly bad. I wanted to cut these in half because I don't really want anything that's really ultra thick on my tassel. So what I do is I then just find the midpoint on that. Once I've made my final cut off of the main deal, it is a 10.5-inch piece. So I think it was like 21.5 inches the long piece, and then I do the halvesies and cut some of it off trying to make that same pattern. So this is a 10.5-inch. So I'm just going to find the midpoint there. And then I know some of you are like, what are you doing? You're not using the fabric marker and all this crazy stuff. Look, I am not a professional. I have never claimed to be. Please don't get on to me in the comments, okay? So I'm just going to take my scissors and very carefully cut and try to hold this in place so that I've got an even cut all the way down the center, and that's how I'm ending up with these smaller strips. Each time I do it, I have to have a jelly bean, so there you go. Alright, so there is one of them. And here is the other. Are they perfect? No. But I mean, you know, it's all right. It's okay. Now, this, I'm not going to bother trying to do that pattern, that jigsaw pattern, because it's going to be mixed in with a bunch of other things like jute and all that kind of crazy stuff. So I'm not going to worry about it. But now I have got that cut. I'm going to try to coordinate what I want to do, because these roses are actually going to be two different tassels, because this one's got some blue in it and I've got a separate little piece of yarn that I want to use special for that one. But I'm going to go through my stuff and see what I kind of want to put together, and then I'll come back and show you how I'm going to layer it up. Alright, so I have some of my jute pulled out that I want to put with this particular tassel. I got some of this lace. It's like a double-sided ruffled, kind of a shimmery, sparkly lace. And then I'm going to use some pink tourmaline and some burgundy garnet kind of color in my soft flex beading wire and put some of these beads onto that beading wire to just make little beaded drops, dangles coming off of the tassel. So I have now made a beaded dangle portion of like a ribbon on that soft flex wire. The color that I used for this particular one is the pink tourmaline, and that's really pretty pink. Now the other color I've got here is that garnet, and I was going to put 2 of those on there, but I think I'm going to change up what I'm doing with that garnet color. I think I'm going to make like a metal dangle with that because it coordinates so well with the roses on that fabric there. This is something that's unfinished because I'm waiting for the metal dangle with the rose flowers that I glued onto it to dry. So I have 2 beaded dangles, and then those are the little silver pieces that I glued my little roses on. I've got one finding with an angel that says made for an angel on the back, and then this little sun says made with a smile. So I have all of my little pieces laid out here together. I'm trying to stagger them a little bit in the stack here, so hopefully by the time I go to tying this together, it'll be a little fluffy. And then I'm going to attach my bead dangles on either side of that, hopefully. I have gotten to the point of actually tying my tassel together, but I decided I did want to go ahead and put it on the key ring. And I should have actually, I guess, put the fabric through the key ring in order to do this. But I'm just going to go ahead and use some jump rings in order to do this. So I've opened one. And because I have got some jump rings in my beaded, I'm going to grab hold of those and the key ring. So I'm going to put 2 on there like that. I'm just going to, if I can see what I'm doing, I'm going to close the jump ring. Sad when you get older. Okay, so I have that one on, and then I'm going to put one more on just to give it a little bit more security. I have no clue what this tassel is going to be used for. I'm erring on the side of caution in case somebody gets violent, whoever's going to have this tassel. There are my jump rings from the beaded links that I did, and the key ring. Okay, now I'm just going to close the door. That went a little bit more easy there. And for even more added security, I'm just going to go ahead and tie it since I've got that additional length of jute. I have a tassel. I did decide to go ahead and put my Murano glass bead there in the center and that little rose acrylic bead. That way I just have something kind of in the center there. And then I went ahead and put some more of that jute around the top so I could make my little poof. I thought it kind of looked like a little crown. Now, I could continue to adjust these, but I'm afraid if I start doing that too much, that it's going to kind of mess up, you know, some of the things that I did get correct when I tied my jute on there. But, I mean, for the most part, I love it. I think it's cute. Now, I can see my roses there on the fabric. I've got the little light pink. I can see my little beaded dangles with my sun on there, and then these are the finished dangles I had with the roses where I glued that onto the filigree pieces that I had in my stash. This is another one, that's the little angel. I just tied these on, and here's another one of those beaded dangles where I have another flower on the filigree there. So I've got a nice little mix, I think, of my little beads and some fabric, some jute in some different colors there. And then all these little pieces of fabric like the checks. Now this came from the jelly roll. And then I have some of the green. I'm just picking up some of the colors with the rose here. I love this frayed ribbon. I think it's like chiffon is what they call that. It's really pretty, and I like that light pink color because this is sort of like a vintage rose. It's not really a red rose. In all this mishmash is this fabric here that's got the pink and the red, and then I've got some of this star tulle That's the plain green. It kind of got lost whenever I tied everything together, but go digging around in your tassel, you're gonna find all kinds of good stuff. Now I left this pretty long, so when it's all laid out, it is a 14-inch. If I go from my clasp all the way to the end of this tool, and I did trim off my tool, but I mean I could trim it off even more if I wanted to be perfectly flat and straight. I kind of like that little bit of star because it's just poking out. It's also some nice little filler there, and it just lets me feel like I've got a lot of movement and stuff going on. It's sort of like a little dress. What do you think about my tassel here, guys? This is something that I had fun with, but it's not anything that I'm a professional. I have done things incorrectly, but the main thing for me is I wanted to participate with Jovi because I do love her little tassel challenges. I think I'm going to give 2 people 5 feet each of this diamond rhinestone ribbon wrap. Then a third winner will get the tassel. Okay, so I will do a standalone video of the giveaway on May the 9th, which is my birthday. I'll have that uploaded and give you all the parameters of how to win. And in that giveaway for my birthday will be 2 winners getting some of the mesh here, 5 feet each, and then 1 winner getting the tassel. I might even throw in some of the mesh for the main tassel winner. Make sure you come back on May the 9th, which is my birthday, to see the video that talks about how to enter the giveaway if you're interested in that. And then I'll make the announcement on my anniversary. That'll be the 28th of May. This was super fun. Thanks to Jovi for asking me to be part of her collab. I have only participated in one other one where I made a gnome tassel. So I will have the links below. I am trying to tag everybody like I had on my community tab, but also using the hashtag either a tassel a day or a tassel a day at collab, because they've been using both. Then you'll be able to find all of us that have been participating, and we're nearing the end of the month, so Jovi is going to be the last day of the month. Kudos to you guys, and I hope that I haven't made you laugh too much with my poor little tassel over here, but everything that we create, whether it is a mess or an accident or something beautiful and professional looking, is just a part of you, so we need to accept that and be proud of it, right? Yay! Let me know below in the comments what you like. Look how cute those are. Okay, so I will link my video below to the little gnome tassel that I have over here to the left. But there's the tassel all hanging up, and tried to sort the beads. Now I will have to say, whoever wins the tassel, the front of these beads here are going to be different than the back, because that's how I tied the bead on. That is the front of your tassel, and of course, if you want to rework any of this, you can. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and share this with any of your jewelry making or tassel making friends that might enjoy this, or any of the other collabs that Jovi might be running. If you have not already done so, please subscribe to my channel. And as always, thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate it. The engagement on my channel really helps me out, so make sure that you leave me some comments below. Have a sparkle-rific day, y'all. Bye!